I'm an only child who babysat once before giving birth. For the first 38 years of my life, when I was around kids, I spoke to them as if they were my contemporaries. I always hated baby talk. It made no sense to me why you would alter your speaking habits, modify your vocabulary, or raise your voice a few octaves simply because you were addressing a smaller human being. Also, I didn't understand baby shoes. It stands to reason, if you can't walk, you don't need shoes. I became a first-time mom a few weeks before turning 39, and my second baby was born 8 months ago, right before turning 42. Most of my friends have middle school kids, high school kids, or my personal favorite, first-year college students, which means that I attended their baby showers in my 20s. It also meant that all my 20-something mom friends got the same gift, a musical duck. The duck was dressed in rain gear and quacked to the melody of "Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head." I bought them in bulk at Babies R Us. Back then, I treated their showers as social events. I showed up to win those inane shower games. Then, before I left, I would delight the audience with my undeniable hit of a gift, the musical duck. Only in retrospect do I realize that I treated baby showers as an obligatory party, and that I basically purchased a stupid and generic baby gift for a dozen of my smart and unique women friends. I want to publicly apologize to you moms for attending your special celebration with the sole purpose of entertaining myself and your relatives. Because at the time, I didn't get it. I didn't get what a big deal it truly is to have a baby. It is a big freaking deal. I didn't get it at all. Now I get it. But back then, I was really clueless, and here's why. First, I'm an only child used to an abundance of me time. Second, I didn't babysit. The one time I attempted to babysit, I responded to an ad at my local grocery store when I was 14. I was in charge of 3 children, one of whom was an infant, and I spent the evening looking up at the clock every 2 minutes, wondering if babies could cry for over an hour. Answer, yes, they can. I was one and done with the babysitting gig. Honestly, I don't think I changed a diaper after that night until I had my son, a mere 24 years later. Once, my friend Nikki needed a sub at her daycare facility. In the 1 8-hour shift that I worked there, I showcased my lack of a knack with children. As I was trying to employ diplomatic relations with 4-year-olds who wouldn't share, I earnestly told one little girl, quote, "You are not being very amenable to change." Nikki's family still likes to tell that story when they see me. Also, I was unaware that little babies do not possess much head strength. They put me in the infant room at pickup time, and I was sitting on the floor with a tiny baby propped up against me, one hand supporting her belly. When I saw the mom at the door, I raised my hand to indicate, "Come in," just in time for that, to watch that mom, watch her baby do a faceplant on the rug. That story, I'm pretty sure, was told in the break room the next day. I never read one book on child development, nor did I ruminate on the topic. In grad school, I learned about Victorian-era philosophies of child rearing. That is, children are to be seen and not heard. Sadly, small children have been theoretical for most of my adult life. I always wanted children, but mainly to see what they would look like. Would they inherit my eyebrows? Would they demonstrate patience? Would my mom and grandmother's artistic ability be passed down to my kids, since it undoubtedly skipped me? I wanted to be around babies because I knew they would look cute in footy pajamas. I had heard that babies smelled good. And I wanted a boy so I wouldn't have to braid hair or deal with tights. And now that I watch my mom in action as a grandmother, I witness firsthand my genetic predisposition toward disregarding little ones. You know how some women can't or won't give up holding their grandbabies? Yeah, that's not her. The other day we were out at lunch and she was holding Nika, my daughter, for about 5 minutes after placing our order. When the server came back to the table, my mom quickly handed her over saying, "Soup's here, take your baby." One time I overheard her say to her 2-year-old grandson, "Be reasonable." My mom, who by the way would prefer that my kids call her by her first name, would definitely say that the 9th circle of hell not explored in Dante's Inferno would be an hour spent at Kindermusik. I took my son to Kindermusik once, but I didn't like the fact that other parents chose to interact only with their children and not me, so I wasn't about to carve time into my schedule to be ignored. Apple doesn't fall far. So, was I prepared for the dearth of me time after having children? No. Does it matter? No. My kids won't care that I wasn't a kid person before them. They will never know that I didn't acknowledge small children for, the first 4 decades of my life. They will never know the pre-kid me. One day I will tell them that they changed me and made me see life from an entirely different angle, but they won't care. As the primary caretaker of my son Theo and daughter Nika, I am proud to say that now I get it. Now I speak fluently baby talk and have been known to get pretty excited over a pair of size 1 pink sequined Mary Janes. Now I have been overwhelmed by the beautiful, personalized, and handmade gifts given at my baby showers. Now I begin many toddler-appropriate conversations about sharing and taking turns, and I can use supported sitter in a sentence correctly. Now I see how awesome smaller human beings can be. And I'm still the same person. I still use big words around little kids. I still don't want to babysit your kids. So that makes me the same, but forever changed. Just please don't ask me to go to Kindermusik with a small child ever again.